All right, so first of all, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second day of this, let's say, fantastic Rethink event. Actually, we are really happy to be here since we are facing a real audience, and this is quite a good feeling, to be honest. And as well, I think the icebreaker session was very nice. Yesterday evening, I guess you have enjoyed the dinner and hopefully afterwards some drinks at the bar, some fruitful discussion, because we think it's all about people and it's all about community connection, especially during these times, and we really appreciate that. So today we are not talking about technology. This morning we would like to talk about people. We would like to give you small insights, what we have done towards our journey to become a smart factory. How do we bring our people on board and still try to do so, to be honest. But before we start with that, let us introduce shortly ourselves. So Anke, would you like to start?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So my name is Anke Geisler, as you heard already. I'm the head of the EHS department. Short explanation, EHS, Environmental Health and Safety. And maybe this sounds a little bit strange, and why I'm talking to you is strange as well, maybe at the Rethink Smart Factory. But when I started at our company, at our factory 2 years ago, then I had the project lead of cultural transformation. And I will come back to that later and how this is actually related to the Rethink Smart Factory. And Stefan, coming back to you. What's about you?
Okay, so as already heard, my name is Stefan. I'm the general manager of the operations in Germany and in addition the plant manager of the switchgear factory in Berlin. And maybe we give you some impressions. Hopefully I use the right one. All right. Here you can see where we both are working. So this is the switchgear factory in German. It's called Schaltwerk Berlin. So it's not far away from here. It's roughly, I would say, 10 to 12 kilometers far away in the northwest of Berlin. It's really a huge plant. A huge plant in terms of the dimensions, in terms of the people who are working there. It has a long history, more than 100 years. And actually, we are really proud to be part of it. And what are we doing? So we are producing high voltage switching products. These are used by our customer in order to run the electrical grids. And we do it, let's say, from over different voltage levels. So high voltage means for us, it starts with 70 kilovolts and goes up to 1,100 kilovolts. So imagine everybody at home has a light switch, and it looks small, and I think you are aware of that. We do pretty similar the same in order to run the electrical grids. So we are responsible for connecting and disconnecting the power highways. And a similar switch, as a light switch for, let's assume, 170 kV power line, I would say looks like this one. It's 3 meters long, it's 2 meters high, it has a weight of 3.5 tons, and it is able to cover up to 63 kiloamperes. So really a huge one. Kiloamps. Sorry. So actually it's nearly the same what you have in your electrical grid at your homes, at your flats, but spread it, let's say, over a wide area. That's what we are doing. And I forgot, I can show you. Hopefully it works. This one. Here you can see some of our buildings and what they're doing there. So we have a pre-production, we have a logistic, we have a test lab. And actually they are working more than 1,500 employees from 59 different nations who take care about our customers. And what is the biggest impact human being is struggling with? It's for sure climate change. And beside that, we expect an increase of global electricity generation up to 50% until 2040. And there are still more than 770 million people without any access to electricity right now. So, at the end, we have to ask the question, how can we meet this tremendous growing demand of electricity while protecting our climate? And that's where we come in. And I guess you hopefully know it, that since last year, we as Siemens Energy are an own independent stock-listed company, and we would like to be the game changer. And our vision is to become the most valued energy company in the world. And you may ask the question, why is he talking about climate change, since we are on a smart manufacturing or artificial intelligence summit? And I would like to give you two reasons for that. First of all, in our both opinion, this is so important to think each and every day about that. And we could not often enough talk about that, since our generation has the responsibility to save the planet and to protect our kids. This is personally our main purpose why we are working for Siemens Energy. Secondly, it's the biggest change in terms of our business. Since we said we would like to develop new products which help to reduce the CO2 emissions and therefore to reduce the global warming potential. And we as a big family within the Siemens Energy family are in a key position to make that happen. Because we have to earn the money, keep the existing business running, to earn the money to invest in new products. And it is our responsibility to be competitive, to be productive, and this is the main purpose why we would like to become a smart factory, since we are working in a high-cost country. Imagine, we have products from small search arresters, these are related to product business. Like, let's call it make to order. I think you're aware about these definitions. We have these huge gas-insulated switchgears running today with SF6 gas, which is, honestly speaking, one of the worstest F gases in terms of global warming factor. And we already have developed switchgears with clean air, where the global warming factor is 0. And this will help us to keep the planet and our kids safe. So this is, let's say, our main purpose. And we started 2 years ago by redefining our vision, our mission, our strategy. We definitely thought about our company values. And this is where I was very happy to get Anke on board. She started this time as a project manager for the transformation, for the culturing change. And we created together this, what we called target picture. And we used that in order to get our people on board, to explain our workforce what is it all about, and how do we come from the origin to the target state. And we use this storytelling, we use it for storytelling, it's a sailboat trip, and we defined 16 breakthrough targets which we have to keep to get to the final state. And excuse me that I hid this one here, because for internal information reason I could not share with you all our internal goals. Yeah? That's why you don't see them on the sales. But actually, this is how we try to bring our people on board and to come there. And you can see it on the right side. So we left the Siemens Haber on the left side, traveling to this famous Siemens Energy Island with this pretty nice smart factory, was using cloud, was using drones. Friday for Future is very happy to have us because we take care about our climate situation. And then we talk to the people, different town hall meetings, or several town hall meetings. And we talk about becoming a smart factory. And maybe you close your eyes for just 1 second when I ask the question, what is a smart factory? And I'm pretty sure you guys, you are the expert. You know more about this technology than me. But assume you were a worker on a shop floor, and you hear the first time smart factory. You walk at home. During your leisure time, you grab your tablet, and you think, what the hell is Stefan telling us about smart factory? What does it mean? And he entered in Google, and he got this pretty well definition from Wikipedia. And he reads about there are large production and logistics systems who interact themselves without any human interaction. So wouldn't that scare you? Exactly that's the point. So I would be scared. I would be totally scared. I would say, what the hell is he telling to me? Being a smart factory so that he's killing my job? And the second thing is, how do you can get the ideas from your biggest value you have in your company, and that's your employees. And they will never follow you if they are scared, and they will never bring in their ideas, and they will never share their ideas with you once they are scared. So this you have definitely to keep in mind. And now I would like to hand over to Anke because she did really a great job in terms of getting our people on board. Anke.
Thank you. So what is the first emotion you had with this? It was scariness, right? Fear. So what we thought about was how to get rid of the fear. So this was the main question. And as you all know, we are all facing the VUCA world right now. We feel this in our daily business. It is changing. Our workplace is changing. And we thought, what can we do? And knowledge is the key. Lifelong learning is already a key competence within this competitive world. And what we actually recognized was that our existing knowledge wasn't visible and wasn't available for our employees. And this is where our vision came, of course, to create a culture of knowledge, of learnings, and so that everyone has a chance to get to it, even our blue-collar workers. And then, what's happening then? This is when when we established our learning as an internal learning platform, which is called Lernwerkstatt at mein Schaltwerk. And basically, it is an internal learning platform where people train people. So our employees train our employees voluntarily. So they share their knowledge. And actually, it's a win-win situation because on the one hand, you have the guys who share their knowledge and they are proud that they can do this. And on the other hand, we have the people who are thankful to get this knowledge. And I really had to smile yesterday when Mr. Frenzen from Airbus had the sentence which was saying, all individuals needs a benefit. And this was basically maybe one of our failures because this is running like since 1.5 years. And because the blue collar came to us and said, thank you so much for the session about IoT. Thank you so much about the session about data analytics. but how does this affect me personally? And how does this actually affect my workplace? And yeah, this was then the next interesting question we has to face with. How to break through the silo thinking. So what are the topics for our blue-collar workers, and what is interesting for them? And this is why I'm standing here today, because this was actually the point when we decided to combine EHS, environmental healthy safety, with a cultural change. Because as I said, people are individuals, right? So every individual has different interestings. So if you some people are interested in the environmental topic. So they really care of our climatic change. They really want to reduce our CO2 footprint. And then you have the guys who are passionate about safety. They take care of the people at work. They want to convince the other ones that they come back home safe and with no injuries. And of course, we have people who really care about the health. So why I'm saying this here at the Rethink Smart Factory. What we are trying is to get the transformation, the cultural transformation from bottom up. Because we really need people who speak up, who are creative, who are brave, and tell us their needs. And this is the base for our innovative culture. So before coming a smart factory, you need the people, right? So just to give you a short example, what is behind that? In our factory, we have a team. It's called a Zero Harm Culture Team, and it's already established in Siemens Energy as well. And Siemens Healthineers does this know maybe as well. So, but just an example, we have a team who are really passionate about the environmental topic. So they are trying right now they go along our value chain and check what is our what is missing. Now, let's say it in a different word. So they really want to reduce our CO2 footprint within our factory. But this team is interdisciplinary. Yeah? So we have people from the R&D, we have people from the technical office, we have people from the EHS department, and of course we have our blue collars on board. And this is what really makes a difference, because they talk to each other. So the guy at the office is talking to the guy at the blue collar guy, and they have really, really nice ideas. And what they all have common is they are passionate about the topic. And this is what we really, really need as a base for our innovative culture. So I would come back to you, and maybe, Stefan, you can give us the big picture of that again.
Okay. Thank you, Anke. And I take a chance to say officially for an audience, thank you very much for your engagement and for your passion. What you have done for the last 2 years is really excellent, because at the end of the day, I would say we were able to take our people on board, even though we are constantly working on that. And it was a nice picture right now, because you show these small plants, and I would say you put some plants into the bottom, and right now I have the feeling that it is at least a small tree. Yeah, and I think we do not have each and everyone on board. Yeah, honestly speaking, if you would travel these 10 kilometers and ask one of these, or ask a couple of employees out of the 1,500, I would say not everyone is aware about this picture here, but I would say a large majority. And all the things what we are right now doing, I would say 90% came up from the employees itself. And this is what it is all about. And we have this nice conversation at the icebreaker session with my colleague from Siemens AG, even though I have to say my former colleague from Siemens AG. And you raised the question this evening, what is the right way, top down or bottom up? To be honest, my answer is it has to be a combination of both. So what I'm actually doing as a general manager, even though I'm not an expert here, I somehow give the frames. I give the purpose, why we are going to do. And teams and employees, with the help of Anke, they make the plant, or they let the tree grow. Yeah? And yeah, all these ideas, as I just mentioned, came from our employees, and we are thinking about having the right IoT platform. Maybe we use Brian's famous 5G technology. Let's see. We are using digital twins for our new production lines in order to be faster and make or can establish them. We are using some trackers for material flow. We use 3 artificial intelligent algorithms. One of the famous one is we are using it for predictive demand planning, since we are in the engineering to order business, where you usually have the bill of material at the end of the engineering, which is not enough time in order to make my customer happy in terms of delivery time. So there are a couple of ideas, and our backlog with ideas is pretty much good filled. And so at the end of the day, it's all about people, and they make it happen that we would definitely become a smart factory within the next years. All right, so the key takeaway, what we would like to share with you is, first, tell your workforce, tell your colleagues, your peers, why would you like to become a smart factory? And it's not only because it's fancy and cool stuff. I love it as well, because I'm an electronic engineer. I was 25 years in R&D. I was a software developer, so I know what it is. I know what a stack means and stuff like this. But it's not only because it's fancy. There has to be a real use case behind that. And at the end of the day, we are companies. We want to earn money. We have to be profitable. And that's it. What you have, I think, at the first time, tell your people why you're going to do so. Secondly, let your employees participate as much as possible. And therefore, first of all, of course, you have to tell them why, and then establish someone like Anke and spread it in your community and try that everyone can participate. And it's not only about learning, spend the time. You could not expect that, let's say, a shop floor worker is doing his extra mile after a heavy shift and do all this homework at home and spend another 2 hours. What we are usually doing is we have 2 times a month, we have 4 hours where it is not allowed to put any meeting in. If someone will do that, I will kill him. I don't kill him, but you know what I mean, yeah? And this is usually happening from 2 o'clock since 6 o'clock. It's beyond our first shift. And we spend, or we give our shop floor workers the possibility to join that, and we will pay these extra hours. So we will pay that they are learning. So you have to encourage them, give the framework that they can follow that and that they can bring and participate as much as possible. The third point, don't forget, each transformation starts with yourself. So be a role model, join a learning session. Even though I have a really tough calendar, I am joining this #Lernwerkstatt. And I'm listening, and I'm telling the truth that I as well did not know everything about data mining, machine learning, deep machine learning. Yeah, I know these fancy words, but honestly speaking, I'm not an expert. I do not know exactly what it means. And if a colleague is very well know it is, and he is explaining that, I participate. And use empathy. Use empathy as much as possible. If you bring in something, imagine and jump into the boots of a different colleague. And imagine, or try to imagine, what does it mean for him and his personal environment and the job in the factory or wherever in your company. I think this is very much important. And finally, don't forget to involve your workers' council from the very first beginning. This is very, 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 very important. We actually are running a project together with the Fraunhofer Institute because we are talking about what is the future of, let's say, the work environment. And I personally pretty convinced that we right now talking about white colors and blue colors, but I think it will move together. And I personally often tell it there is a gray color. And we started this with the Fraunhofer Institute, and we as well let the workers' union, IG Metall, participate, and as well our working council guys. Because it makes sense that they are on board and shaping together with you the future. All right. That was it from us. We hope we let you start somehow a little bit inspired for this second day, and we wish you a thrilling second day of this Rethink event by today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, Anke and Stefan, thank you so much for your emotions, right?
Yeah.
Your emotions.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling like you are standing here with emotions. Mm-hmm. It's not only the content.
That's true.
You live that, you feel it, okay? So, any questions? Questions from the digital audience?
All clear.
All clear. Take me the picture and give me the picture, and then I go ahead. Okay, then one question or two from my side. If I'm looking back to my history, EHS, right? Mm-hmm. Every time in every company said to me, oh, EHS department, that's administration, not more. I think so there's a change inside, right? If I'm reading, you have the title Project Lead Culture Transformation, right? Together with EHS. It's interesting. It's your idea to combine it?
Was our idea, right? No, it's yes. So what is behind that is always the way you get in contact with the people, and it is helpful for our smart factory as well, because it is a network. We need the community, and of course EHS is a must-have, so they have to deal with this anyway. But I can change the way that they have the sense and understand why we are doing this. And then they stand behind us and say, hey, hello, EHS, thank you that you are here and can help us. So this is the vision behind that.
Okay. Very interesting that EHS gets a new chance this case too, right?
Yeah.
It shows like to me. So, and another question from my side, I know Siemens over years, 10 years, 20 years. So if you are talking about the split, right?
Yeah.
It's a split in culture too. That's very critical out of my point of view. It's a question to you both. Is in the past the need for that, to split it away, to go another way with another force as a mother company? Or what is there in both directions today and in future perhaps?
Maybe let's talk, or let's try to answer the question in the following direction, to be politically correct, No, just a joke, just kidding.
Yeah.
I think what we would like to do is we would like to take the chance, let's say, since the sign-off or the spin-off out of the Siemens AG, we are actually roughly 90,000 employees right now. But we would like to take the chance in order to get, let's say, our processes a little bit leaner, a little bit more smart. At the end of the day, that's what we would like to do. So far after, let's say, 6 or 7 months, you can't say that we are on the right direction. But I'm pretty sure that we will use that. Because even in a huge company, you need a kind of bureaucratism in order to, let's say, organize the internal processes and stuff like this. And I think since we are a little bit, let's say, smaller, we can try a little bit smaller, even though we are a huge company. But we would like to use that in this way, to be a little bit leaner, a little bit faster, and we need to be fast due to this climate change issues. Yeah, so I think you are aware about that. We have to bring the global warming factor down until 2050, and so
right.
we need to be fast. It's all about speed right now.
Okay, with your words, to be fast.
Exactly.
Thank you too much to you, and it's a quite really good place to talk to you and to see your pictures and your emotions. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Enjoy the day.